Namaskaram to everybody. Today I am going to take an important topic on Sri Atma's Atma Siddhi Yoga. Here on the other day I told that Atma Siddhi Yoga it consists of 7 levels according to each stage of life. Because right from childhood to the old age, at each stage of life, the situations we face in our life varies from each stage of life. What the experiences and the situations a kid faces, what a child faces, what a teenage person faces, what a youth faces, what an adult faces, what a elder faces, what senior faces, it varies. So accordingly, the Atmasiddhi Yoga practice method for each levels has been separately distinguished and is being presented. From today onwards, I am going to start the 7 levels of Atmasiddhi Yoga. First, Atmasiddhi Yoga for kids 1 to 5. How the children from 1 year to 5 years, what is the level of maturity of mind and how we have to tune them to develop divinity in them, a discipline in them, good qualities in them. At each stage of life, how to build them will be taught in this each session. Next is Atmasiddhi Yoga for a child from 6 to 12, Atmasiddhi Yoga for teens 13 to 19, Atmasiddhi Yoga for youth 20 to 26, Atmasiddhi Yoga for adults when they enter into Grihastha Ashrama 27 to 45, Atmasiddhi Yoga for elders from 45 to 60, Atmasiddhi Yoga for seniors 60 above. So these 7 levels I will be covering one after the one is by separate video. So today as a first step I am going to take on the Atmasiddhi Yoga for kids. So that is from 1 to 5 years old children, kids. What is the nature of training we have to imbibe? Here, for the child to be trained, it is the duty of the parents, especially the mother and father, they have to take care of the kids in training them these steps. Here I have given about 10 steps which the parents should take the initiative to train their child to build in them the divinity, the purity of mind, the good conduct and character, how to build good conduct and character, how to develop their concentration power, how to develop their what you call intellectual power, how to develop the important divine qualities like patience, perseverance, dedication, devotion, all these things, how we have to train the child right from the early age. It is the duty of the parents to take these steps to train the kids. Here, see in the case of kids you see, up to 5 years they are treated as, we call them as God-like nature. They don't have any major thoughts in them, negative thoughts like jealousy, hatred, all these things will not be there unless we give them the opportunity to know. Because kids observe the parents. So it is the duty of the parents to see that they imbibe in them the good love and affection toward the child. And when they see before the child, the parents should not fight with each other, scold with each other, say bad words with each other, because these are all the child observes and it gets embedded in the subconscious mind. So first and foremost duty of the parents is to see that they don't, in front of the child, they should not fight, they should not use bad language, they should not use any negative qualities, they should not expose to the child. So that the child immediately grasps, because the child's mind at this up to 5 years is very, very divine. But at the same time it has got the chance of going in the devilish also according to the environment in which they grow. So we have to see that we bring the child in a divine environment. So for that parents first they should show only love and affection towards them. Whatever be the problems, they should not expose before the child. Whenever they see in front of the child, they should talk politely, kindly between themselves and see the child. We think child is, we don't take much importance. The child, what is it doesn't know. It is not the case. The child observes each and every nanosecond, whatever the parents they do, the elders they do. So we have to take first and foremost precaution. What we need to do is the parents should see that they give the child a right proper environment at home. Okay, up to 5 years the child won't go out independently. Only at home, the parent, in front of the parents, in front of the elders, they grow. And each and every moment of the parents, elders, everything they observe and they get, without their knowledge, gets recorded in subconscious mind. So first thing, we should create a great divine environment at home, right from the time they get up till they go to the bed. So for that, the first step, here I have given the 10 steps what we need to follow. These things, simple steps which parents can tell them, make their children to practice right from time when they get up till they go to the bed. What is the first step? Once the child gets up, so wash their face, and as a parent, father and mother, they should hold the child's hands and take them for a morning walk. So when they go for the morning walk, first thing is they have to switch on the mobile and put certain Vedic chanting. So minimum 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes they go for a walking. And during this walking time, they should ensure that the child hears the Vedic chantings, the divine chantings. So any divine chanting you can put any slokas, any Kandasashti Kavacham or Hanuman Chalisa or Om chanting or Om Namah Shivaya chanting, whatever the chanting, we should imbibe, because when they go on walking, at that time the divine vibrations which they hear, it gets recorded in the subconscious mind. So morning walking make their body to get active. Immediately at the same time they should see that they hear this Vedic chant. Put it loudly, not in the ear. They should hear. Both parents should hear, and while taking the walking. So the child hears this divine chantings without the knowledge. They did not understand the chantings. It should get recorded in the subconscious mind. The parents also should record it in the subconscious mind. And this is the first step. So 10 to 15 minutes take for morning walking, either in a park or in the house itself, or the upstairs, wherever they convenient. So after morning walking, what you have to do is, after coming back, both parents should join together with the child and do this simple practice. After that, make them to practice body joint exercise. A simple exercise which a child should be imbibed to keep the body fit. What is the joint exercise? See, in our body, if you observe, we have totally 9 main joints. So this is one, the fingers joints. Second is wrist joint. And third is this ankle joint. The fourth is shoulder joint. The fifth is neck joint. The sixth is hip joint. The seventh is knee joint. The eighth is leg joint. And ninth is the fingers, bottom leg fingers joints. So these 9 joints, because when you get up from the sleep, the energy gets settled in the joints. This is called antinodes. Nodes is called minor chakras. So you have to give a simple minimum exercise for this. So what you make to do is, make the child to do body massaging. So tell them how to do body massaging. So keep like this, sir. So press the body from head to toes so that the body muscles becomes soft. And then what you have to do is, just ask them to do minimum 4 times, 4 to 8 times like this. Then practice this joint exercise. Rotate this ankle, rotate. Then wrist, then ankle like this. Then shoulders, front and back. So make them to practice this. Then neck, turn this like this, then top, then rotate, so clockwise and anti-clockwise. Make them to practice this one. Then hip joint. So you can keep the fingers like this, turn like this, then move top and bottom. So you can do this hip exercise. Then knee exercise, just make them to shake the legs, knee legs, and then at the end These legs, you just rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. Then finally fingers, just make them to move up and down. So like this, when the entire body, the joint exercise, you have to body massage and joint exercise. Please make the child to practice. You just teach them how to do this joint exercise. So after this, what you have to do is next, make them along with the child. You sit together. You sit in either the chair or in the Padmasana, and you put a small dot on the wall, like this, a small dot, a circle with a small dot. So what you have to do is, you ask the child to make. So how you have to sit is, so the place where you sit and the dot should be at 45 degrees angle. So in that stage, what you have to do is, you ask the child to sit and watch the dot without moving the eyelids by keeping the fingers in the Chin Mudra. This is Chin Mudra. So first you should know what is this Chin Mudra 5 fingers refers to. This small finger is our physical body. This is our energy body, second one. And third one, this is our mind. This is our Atma. This is Paramatma. So physical body, astral body, mind, soul, creator. So when you merge this soul with creator, when it happens, when these three fingers, physical body, astral body and mind are synchronized. This is the power of this Chin Mudra. So our objective, ultimate objective of human birth is merging Jivatma with Paramatma. That is the spiritual end that we will see at the 7th stage. But here, at the time of practice, what you have to do is, you have to keep your fingers in Chin Mudra like this. So sit erect, keep the fingers in Chin Mudra straight like this, and ask the child to watch this dot without moving the eyelids. So see that it sees the dot without moving the eyelids. Even if water drops from the eyes, you should not move. So minimum 10 minutes you ask the child to practice this one. So while focusing on that, without moving the eyelids, just ask the child to watch this. You also sit together. Parents also should together and do this, so that the child get inspiration to do the practice. And moreover, parents together when they sit, they develop positive energy in the child. So the positive energy gets boosted. So make them to practice the dot concentration method. So this develops the concentration power, determination power of the child. So this they have to make them to practice. And after practicing this for 10 minutes, then what you have to do is, make the child to sit erect and close the eyes and take a deep breath. Then leave the breath. Take a deep breath. Then leave the breath. Then take a deep breath. Then leave the breath. Like this minimum 9 times. Make the child to do this pranayama, breathing exercise. Then take a deep breath up, deep breath down. Nothing to do. Don't keep any nose holding together, nothing. Just take a deep breath. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath and then leave. Take a deep breath and then leave. So like this, the child should be made to practice. When this is practiced for 9 times, thereafter, what you have to do, ask the child to sit, close the eyes and sit. And now, simply ask the child to close the eyes and calmly hear this Om chanting. So by closing the eyes, put this chanting with in your mobile and hear the very light melodious sound vibrations. Make them to sit calmly and close the eyes and hear this chanting Om mantra. Minimum 9 to 18 times make them to sit and watch. If their patience develops, you can put for more time, because child at the early age, they can't sit continuously. So slowly and steadily you increase the number of times hearing the chanting. So first and foremost thing what you have developed is the patience in the child, the divinity in the subconscious mind. Along with that, we have to build in them. So this is a very important method. Up to this very important practice that you need to go. After doing this practice, either in the these things you have to take up in the morning, up to this, then you can teach the child, because child mostly will be at home. So you can teach very important exercise on what is to develop them the trait of patience, concentration, determination, all these things. For that, what you have to do is this random alphabet arrangements, random numbers arrangement technique has to be followed. What you have to do is you have to take, for instance, this ABCD like this in a paper. You just write A to Z. So you arrange this, you just put it in a box, shake in a random arrangement, and now you keep a stopwatch and tell the child, now you have to arrange. Here there are boxes are there, so you have to arrange according to that. So when I say yes, you have to give this yes. So when I whatever available, you just arrange it. So like that, they should be made to take one random thing, keep the places, so that how much time they take to completely arrange this from A to Z. Similarly, you have to make from 1 to 25 and ask them to arrange like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever paper they get, immediately they should arrange it the corresponding box. So by this way, this simple technique, it develops in them the concentration power, determination power. So first time when they do, if they are able to do in 5 minutes, no, next time you have to improve your speed. So what happens automatically? First time 5 times. So when they do this practice continuously several times, their memory, that is what you call mind alertness, improves. The mind concentration improves. The mind determination power improves. The patience in them improves. This is a very powerful technique which we should teach the child, so that it will enable improve their intellectual power, memory recollection power. All these things it develops in them. So this is a very simple technique which you can make the child to practice up to the 5 years age. It's very simple thing. And afterwards, the most very important thing to develop divinity in the child is to tell moral stories for the child. So nowadays in mobiles we got videos, moral story videos, in cartoon in animation videos are there. So select only the moral stories from and put to the child. Parents should sit together and show the moral stories in an animation video, or they should tell the children various moral stories to imbibe in them the values of moral, ethical, legal values of life. They should teach the child. Every day they should tell one moral story for the child to imbibe in them the values of life. So our Ramayana, Mahabharata, so many stories are there. Upanishads, so many stories are there. So I'll be giving moral stories for kids in a separate session. Each and every video separately I'll be presenting for the child. Please play it. Make the child to know the various moral stories which will imbibe in the divinity. It's very important, simple method. And the most important thing to imbibe divinity in the child is what we record in the subconscious mind. So when we take birth, our traits is based on our past life experiences that God stored in our subconscious mind. So whatever be the past, You don't have any control over the past. But presently, when the child is growing up to 5 years, as I told you, child is a godly nature. So during these childhood days, what you have to do is, when they go to sleep, when they are sleeping, put a small, very, very mild sound vibrations of the chanting Om mantra, or divine, this mind relaxing piano music of Om mantra chanting. You just put very, very, very mild, so that these sound vibrations gets imbibed in the subconscious mind. So, as you know, in Mahabharata we have a story where Krishna tells to Subhadra about the oncoming Kurukshetra Yuddha, where he explains to Subhadra about the Padma Vyuha. At that time, Subhadra suddenly went into sleep. But when Krishna was telling, he used to get sound When she is sleeping, who is telling? Because in the womb, Abhimanyu, the child, was taking the shape in the womb of the mother. The child hears, the kid which is shaping the womb of the mother hears the sound vibrations of Krishna. Why it is said is, when the child takes shape in the mother's womb, from that time onwards, it begins to hear the vibrations, sound vibrations. So when it grows also, each and every moment, they hear the vibrations. So we have to imbibe him the divine vibrations in them. So when they go to sleep, even though they are sleeping, when you put a small, very mild, the divine vibrations, sound vibrations, they don't put in the ears. You just put in their bedroom, wherever they are sleeping, very mild, so that these divine vibrations get recorded in the subconscious mind. And without this knowledge, these divine vibrations remove the negativity in their subconscious mind and make their mind to pure and divine. And that's a very important thing what we have to make the child to practice it. And as a parent, it's our duty to see that we imbibe positive divine qualities in them. Of course, by doing this, we also imbibe the divinity in us. And this is the 8th step. And 9th step is, at least once in a week, you take the child to the temple and tell about various gods. What is the quality? Gods are manifestations of divinity. So in our temples, each god, Paramatma is one, but various gods manifestation has been given to explain the truth, how we have to imbibe divinity in them. When you say Brahma is the creator, so we have to take birth based on our karmas, explain to them. Saraswati, once we take birth, we have to gain knowledge that is given by Saraswati. So materialistic knowledge, spiritual knowledge are given by Saraswati. Then Vishnu, he operates the life. So to operate the life, we need money, it is given by Lakshmi. And to do everything, we need Shakti, that is given by Parvati. And whatever we do, we have to do with morality, we have to do with in a legal way, ethical way, moral way. That knowledge is given by Shiva. So, like this, Vinayak removes the obstacles. Muruga removes the evil in us, evil thoughts in us, evil forces in us. Anjaneya gives the self-confidence in us. So, like that, various gods' manifestations is only to build divinity in us. These things we should tell the child. When they take the temple, pray them. So why we go pradakshina? Pradakshina means we go around the God, and we have to see that we always think about God, so that we imbibe divinity in us. So like this, we have to show the values of yogic values of our temples. At least once in a week, we have to go to the temples. And once in a week, on Sundays, you take the child to some beach or a park where they get very cool breeze. They have the change in environment that makes their mind cool, collective. And very important thing in the evening is you have to see that you play with the child. Make them to make the child to play some games and watch the child, like cricket, or you just teach them about how to play carom. You just teach them how to play the chess, because this all gives. Chess is the most powerful game. Of course, after 5 years, slowly, 3rd year, 4th year, like that stage, you start teaching the child how to play various games. So the games makes the mind relaxed. So these are the Atma-Siddhi Yoga steps. Totally, these steps we have to follow. Of course, Along with this video, I am going to give a brief note as to what are the steps to be followed. Please, as a parent, it is your duty to see that you imbibe in the child the positive divine qualities, so that up to the age of 5, this simple exercise you start slowly and sit with them and do this, so that you build the child in a very positive environment with a divinity in them, with all good traits in them, so that they next stage they enter up to after 6 years, they go with a very smart, divine and all good qualities they build in them. So practice, give them this practice and shape your child into a valuable asset. Thank you.